What's going on YouTube? Welcome in. Today we got another beautiful build for you. Today we're building in the NZXT H6. I think it's been quite some time since we built this on the channel. We're starting off with the 9000 XT. Again, the tried and true best gaming CPU on the market right now. Putting us all on the beautiful MSI X870E Edge board, which is one of our favorite whiteout builds boards coming over from MSI. We've got 32 gigs of Team Delta RGB RAM coming in at 6400 CL32 timings, which is beautiful in that white aesthetic. We've got a 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte Kingston KC3000 drive going in today's build as well. And we've got 9 total fans, 7 of them being 120mm fans, and we got 2 beautiful intake Thermalright 140s on the bottom as well that are ARGB as well. Power day system, we got the Asus TUF 1000G with the white cables as well to go with the whole aesthetic. And the round off today system, we have the beautiful RTX 5080 coming over from Asus in the TUF OC variant. Absolutely stunning build. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button to help us with the algorithm. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you want to see more beautiful PCs like this ending up over in your YouTube feed. You want to catch us live, unedited, raw like it is right now as I butcher this extremely long intro talking about today's build. You can join us over our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. We stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We stream around 11 a.m. Eastern. We hope to see you soon. I have 9000 XT off the shelf. One thing I didn't have on the cart for today's build. All right. We're taking stuff down off the top. Got our motherboard, our RAM, NVMe drive, get the case down. It's gonna be a beautiful build today. I haven't built, Ryan, you built a couple on the H6 recently, right? Yeah, 1 or 2 the other week. I haven't built on the H6 on the channel, I feel like quite some time. I don't know, maybe Travis in the YouTube video can throw up the last time we built in this case, but I think it's been probably a couple months, I think. We've been in a lot of 3500Xs, a lot of Evos. I don't necessarily like what NZXT's been doing in the market in terms of customer information. They're really predatory type of thing they're doing with their like leasing program, but that's not take away from the case. It's one of the best cases they make, so that is what it is. All right, get this motherboard out, get started on today's build. Get all the cellophane off this beautiful motherboard. Go top down that in chat, sorry about that. All right, let's get our CPU first. Again, the 9000 X3D. Not the 7000 X3D AJ. Socket looks good. Drop this brand new CPU down and in. There we go. Locked off in place. Next will be our NVMe drive and our RAM will go next. We didn't get a white card, no. We got you an Asus TUF card though. We did give you an upgraded card. So I believe the TUF OC was actually above the typical MSRP we charge for cards, so we gave you a card that's actually upgraded. White cards have been non-existent. All right, we're not going to put the cover on right now because we will need access to that middle standoff. Yeah, the TUF cards are fantastic. TUF and the gaming trios are probably my favorite of all the cards. There we go. 32 gigs of RAM today, 64C32. Down and in we go. RAM is in. Beautiful looking motherboard. Next will be the cooler, which I think even AJ, by the way, AJ undercharged you for the cooler, so we're not going to say anything about that either. They raised MSRPs on some of these Leanly coolers, and AJ's like, yeah, the price changed, and I'm sorry. I'm like, it's all good. Take care of the customer, you know? Remove the back plates. I think you can retain the same screws. Use the same screws, yeah. Up and in, yep. I'm just gonna slow torque these and then hand torque the rest of them. There you go, nice and secure, nice and tight. All right, we don't need the Intel brackets, thermal paste, and our rad screws we'll keep over here. All the Intel stuff we'll put in the motherboard box. All right, H6. Mini, mighty, compact, but beautiful. Little case, front close up. Panels off, front glass off. These are just our screws, case screws when you grab these. There we go. It's just our hard drive SSD tray, put that back in. A lot of cables to manage on today's build. I wish I would have done white cables, NZXT. They have black cables. Nothing too crazy. Just go top down, let's get this motherboard mounted. That's beautiful edge board in. So that's forward so you guys can see a bit more. Let's start getting these screws in on the motherboard. Center standpoint is a pin, so we will put the cover on really quick for our NVMe drive. Take our thermal pad off, just like so. Clips in, this in, there it is. The great thing is this is not an all whiteout case, so the little bit of black and silver accents will look fine. So we have some black screws that NZXT does here, black cables,
but we'll have a lot of white accents that we're adding to it, the white fans, white cables, things like that. So we'll have a little bit of gray, a little bit of black, mostly will be white. Screws are in, and while we have this fan, or like so, we're gonna add our bottom fans. Easy to do this right now. Beautiful Thermarite 140s we'll be adding today. All in there. First fan's in, second fan's going down and in. All right, there we go, all in, nice, perfect. Yeah, front close-up now, chat. There we go. Start working on some of these front panel connections, RGB fans. Before we start working on the cooler, the power supply will be next. And I wish these were black cables. They are not today. We have white cables. They are black. Let's get our Type C or USB 3.0 going in. USB 3 cables in. Next will be our Type C. Those are in. There we go. Front panel connection. Get these fans out of the way as well. Front fan is in. Next will be ARGB. So RGB is going in next. Now our front panel connection will be after that. Move on to the rest of our fans. Our front panel connection is going in. Start working on some cable management. There we go. Those are all in. All right. I'm getting my light back here so I can see stuff a little bit easier while I work on the cable management. Side fans going in. These are DC powered, so we can't have them on the same circuit as the PWM on the bottom. So I'm going to do the fans on the bottom here, chat. We're moving on to the rear fan and our rear fan and our power supply will be next. Guys, if you hear this and you're over on YouTube and you're like, what is he talking about? We live stream our builds on Twitch. I'm saying that to you Twitch guys, because you know we put these videos over on our YouTube as well, so you can see all the highlights, the condensed version of the stream. Sometimes we build here for 2 hours. It goes over on our YouTube. It's about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So if you're like, why is he talking to YouTube? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. If you're on YouTube, you're like, why is he talking to Twitch? Well, we're live. Hook up our HD audio, front panel HD audio. And then we're going to move on to our power supply. And then we're going to move on to our rear fan, then our power supply, sorry. There we go. HD audio is now in. All right, let's start working on our rear fan. Look at that beautiful whiteout build today. This 140 up and in. Right there. All right. It's time for the power supply. Then we're going to move on to our cooler. 1000G in white today for the vibes. There's a beautiful white power supply today, guys. We got our cables out. 24-pin main. Do we need SATA today? I believe we do need SATA. We only need one SATA, which is got a 2-pin. EPS 1 and 2. 12-volt high power. PCIe for the motherboard. All these other cables will go in the motherboard box. 12-volt high power is already over there. So these will all go in over here. I'm gonna work on some of these cables really quick. I'm gonna run our PCIe down and in. It's a tough one to run right here. This is for the this is for the additional PCIe power on the bottom. Another one coming up and in. There we go. All right, get this hooked up. There we go. It's all hooked in. Get that in now. I will run our EPS right now, just so it's easier with the motherboard without the CPU in. I could run it, get the cables kind of managed how I want, and then plug it in on the back. Something I've been doing on some builds that I want. Obviously, the cables are really aesthetically pleasing. Today be one of those. It's also easier to do this now without the power supply here. All right, everything's plugged in. See on the power supply, we're gonna plug it in here. Start working on getting these cables managed. There we go. All in there on the power supply, good. Sorry if I'm rubbing my mic, sorry chat. Stick the power supply over through for our 12-volt high power. Feed this. All right, how are we looking, chat? Use cable combs? Not in this one now. There's no cable combs on today's build. This is a combless power supply. This has sleeve cables. I don't know if Asus makes it for it, but it would be nice if they did make combs for this power supply. Just to add the aesthetic. This is a very aesthetically pleasing power supply. Onto the cooler. Pretty good on the back so far. See there, we're looking at power for the cable management, looking pretty solid so far. We'll dial some more in here as we can. Grab our cooler, start working on the cooler in. Go top down, get ready to mount this bad boy. Beautiful hydro shift today. Thermal paste. Sometimes this cooler does need a second pair of hands, but we will be good today. Having built this bad boy. I know it's intricacies. That's the only one. All right, there we go. Stay. We got it in the lines where we want it. I'm going to flip this up here in a second, chat. Start feeding these cables through while maintaining the pump position. It's just such a tight fit. It's such a tight cooler. It's just always, it's the same thing happened with, we did another cooler recently on this one. It's just so tight to fit in here. We did the performance cooler in here, it's the same way. They're bigger, this is smaller clearance. It's hard to get your hands in. It's not the EBS cable, so it has to go up over the top of the ledge of the back, and then it's secured, but also clear the front pins, because this case is small, and there's the pressure mounting pins right in the front that block the rad from actually seating. So it's like you have to go up and over and then back. That makes sense. So your clearance levels are within millimeters. That's why I took the front piece out so I can get at it. And that's gonna be like, oh, that's gonna be close too, because this has gotta go up, back, and over. Oh my gosh, we get it? It's in here. The question's of the length. Oh, we're in. We're in. Whew. I'm sweating from this one, chat. GG if it's too long. It's in on the back, finally. You have to go, I had to go up and flip it and did it in. But this is not the front. It doesn't clear the case itself. It clears everything else, but it's a clear case. All right, it's a fun one, chat. Now we gotta figure out a solution. You see that are white RGB fans that are of the same caliber. It needs to be smaller fans. It's too thick of fans. It does not clear this. Right? There's a metal spot right here. There's literally a metal spot right here in the back. It clears the back of the PCB. It does not clear the top of the case. So it needs to shift back like 3 millimeters to fit the top of the rad. I just don't know if I could do it on stream without having like another set of hands to get up and over this. And I don't think it will. It really can't, because I have it all the way hitting the top of the rad. It just does not clear that spot. And I have to be able to screw the front, because the front doesn't come all the way up. And the front's gotta come back. It's gotta go up like 5 millimeters and then back 3. Like the front does. The front would be great. The front clears fine. It's just this back right, and I can't clear it. And this physically, the height difference, unless I get an angle maybe, it's not gonna clear it. This is it right here. This is the only other solution, is swapping this cooler. The options are we put a different case, look at the difference in price for adding other fans if you want to keep the existing cooler, or if you want to go to the DS360, which is the LCD cooler like you see right there, we can swap that in, and you actually would get $30 back. Look at the difference. The fans are almost identical. I gotta look at the DS360 really quick. Oh, IPS, it is a 2.4 IPS. The difference in coolers, it's just slightly different. Really, it's just slightly different program. It's programming, and one's Leanly, one's CPS PCCOOLER. So they aren't even out yet. The cooler that you're putting in your system isn't even out until May 3rd. So you're gonna get a cooler no one else really has yet. I really am glad we had an LCD cooler, because usually we do not have them. This is a brand new one. It's really high performing too. So if anything, we got ourselves a little good trade-off. If anything, now the RGB program will be nicer, because I will say the only thing I don't like about Leanly is their RGB is not very fluid. So if anything, the RGB would look really nice now. Before it would have been decent. It'll look better now, in my opinion. It retains the factory backplate. This makes it pretty easy-ish. Until bracket off, AMD bracket on. Okay, we're gonna put more thermal paste on. The backplate, gotta make sure I have pressure on the backplate. That's the fun part, chat. Grab the threads, just lightly. We'll align it. The great thing about this cooler does use all white cables, so it'll look really slick. And it uses a little bit of silver, which will match the aesthetic of the MSI. Those are actually a really good combo though. So while we did change the cooler, we changed the design of it, it does look out and it will look really, really good too. Aesthetically and perform, honestly, nearly identically. All right, all lined up. Torque it in. Those are ran. Let's hook these up really quick, chat. We have our PWM, ARGB, and USB. It's easier to do them right now while their stuff is away. Pump header. All right, run the wires in from this bad boy. All right, almost done, chat. You can hook up the RGB from the fans to the pump. For right now, I'm doing the back, and then we're going to work on the rest of the screws, and then we're onto the GPU. The top panel back on. There we go, looking good. Right, let's get our GPU out. Big old thunker of a card today. There's that behemoth chat. There's that 5080 today. There it is, chat, here we go. In with the 5080 today, Asus Tough Gaming OC. Woo! Barely fits, chat. She thick, ready? 3, 2, 1. There it is, in with the thunkage. Holy moly, this thing is massive. If we can, get a little GPU support bracket for you to go right here. Perfect spot for it. Just help support the card right here in the metal. I think it might come with one, I'll check. Yeah. It's magnetic too. Let's go like this, lock it in place. Oop, it's magnetic, so put it like that, boom. There it is. Now you know. There's your support bracket built in. Yep, it's nifty. Asus comes with them, it's nice that they have that. A little Asus magnet too, a little tough magnet. Stuff they give you. We don't need these cables. But there's that. I'll give you a little tough little patch. There we go. Looks good. All right, get the power cable in. Let's light up this bad boy. Let's light it up.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.